Hello. How are you?
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm fine and I'm fine. Just a little tired, but good, in good shape.
What's the time there right now?
8:34 a.m.
Okay, it's morning.
Yeah, it's in the morning, but I couldn't sleep. Maybe because I got a pre-workout yesterday, but it wasn't in the afternoon. But now I feel a little tired, but my mind is ready. It's ready.
That's great. So let's start with today's topic. See, this RDS topic
Huh?
that we're dealing is very much theoretical part, but it includes multiple, means the most important part you'll ever face in any of the service, it's a database, right?
Okay.
Because database, we are not, if the database is not strong, or the database part of any of the service, say Amazon, you say AWS, or you say Microsoft, right? Google. If their database is not very much good, then these services will fall very much quickly,
Mm.
because every day is all about data. How we manage this data, how we are able to access the data, and all the functions that we are able to perform on this database.
Mm.
So it is important according to your theoretical part as well as practical. So in the last session, we have discussed when a multi uh, availability zones, RDS, failure triggers. Means when do we trigger our standby? Means this was a primary database. This was a standby, right?
Okay.
Two database created. This is created by us, and because we have allowed multi is availability zone as the option as tick mark, that's why it is created a standby for us for the backup purpose, right?
Uh-huh.
So we in the last session, the last topic we have discussed is like how and when this trigger happens, that we have to move, we have to stop working in the, that our client, the user, is now will not work on the primary one but will shift to the standard standby one. At which stage this process happen? What causes the shift from primary to standby? Right, there should be a reason that only then we'll move to standby. Otherwise, our primary was working fine. We are happy with our primary one. But what are the reasons why this process happens? That we have to stop working on the primary, and instead of that, we have to move to the standby. This thing was very much clear.
Yes.
Now, see, I'm just revising them because they are interconnected with the upcoming topic. So, if you feel any doubt regarding them, please be free to ask. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
First reason why this failover happens, and we have to shift our system from primary to standby. So, in case of one condition that happened, we have discussed that if the failure of primary happens, okay, this was one case. If the primary fails, or you can say primary database complete instance fails, that's the one case in which we have to shift from primary to standby, right? The another case can be if the complete availability zone in which we are working, that fails. Okay, so this is the availability zone 1 in which our primary database was working, and this is the availability zone 2, okay, in which our standby is there. Now, primary database is working fine with us, but what happens when the availability zone crashes? Means the whole data center crashes. So that
Hmm.
condition also we have to move to the standby database. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. The third way, like loss of connection, loss of network connection. We are not able to connect with the internet, or we are not able to connect with the database in any case of network connectivity failure. To primary database, right? We need to shift to our, in the case of network connectivity, then we have to shift from a primary to standby one. Okay. Now the fourth condition can be that if we loss of primary EC2 instant failure. I last time also explained this very much clearly, that everything, first of all, anything you do, that will be in EC2 instance. One EC2 instance you are creating. Okay. This EC2 instance is nothing but you are giving the CPU, you are giving the RAM for computation. Means this EC2 is nothing but your own working computer. Now inside this we have our database.
Yes.
Say RDS database, relational database we are having. So in case of this EC2 instance crashes, so automatically our data set or database will crashes. So in that case also we need to shift to the standby. Now you see here one thing, that this is a primary one, primary database. Okay, this is an availability zone, say A. This is our standby one. Okay, and this is an availability zone B. Now, one thing very much clear you need to have, this is in, say, EC2 1, and this is in EC2 and different EC2. Right, say second EC2 or say EC2 1 only, but it is from the different availability zone, and this is in availability zones. So these two EC2s are different. So if one EC2 crashes, it will not impact this EC2. Okay. So
Got it.
if this EC2 fails, we can easily move to this one, EC2, and access our standby. Then it will turn to our primary database. That's clear?
Okay, clear.
The other thing, another case in which this trigger will happen is that EBS fails. Means now these are the components. Okay, if this component fails, so EC2 failure of primary database. So we know everything that is getting stored inside this database. Okay, is inside which service we are using? We are using to store this as EBS service, right? And EBS service are included inside this EC2. So one case we have seen is complete EC2 crashes. Now another case is if EBS crashes, so also database will also crash. Then in this case also we will shift to our standby database. Clear?
I have a question. Are you gonna explain about the EC2 RDS?
Sorry?
I mean, the like RDS instance. I heard.
Yeah, see
RDS instance.
Yeah, see RDS instant, any database you will create. Okay. Anything you, so just try to understand in this way. You want to store something. Right?
Yes.
This is your storage, means this is the data you want to store somewhere. So you need something which can hold this data. So for that, either you use EBS, you use S3, or you use ESS, any of the services which provides the storage. These are the services which provide storage in AWS. Now, to compute all this process of storing and things, you need a computer, you need a something that can compute it or process this data. That's why we use EC2. So we see inside your if you want to store anything, okay, inside your computer. First of all, basic needs of a computer. What are the basic needs? If you are designing a computer, need to work. First thing is its operating system. Which operating system you are working on?
Okay. RAM.
Without operating system, you can't do anything on this computer. This is like just a waste. So this operating system is a software, right? Which is what providing you. It is providing you RAM. It is providing you the memory. It is providing you the processor, right? Okay. Now, if you want to do anything on top of it, either store something or run any of the other software you want to run, right? Anything you want to do, you will do on this operating system using this RAM, memory, CPU. Okay. Now, in today's culture, what happened? Because due to the excess requirement of processor, memory, and RAM, if you buy individually, they will cost you very much high. So what the world has did now, they have shifted to new technology known as cloud computing. So in cloud computing, what they did, now virtually a company called Amazon or any other company you can say, because we're dealing with Amazon. So what they did, they started providing you their on rent some RAM, some processor, or some memory. And the service which provides this is known as EC2 instance. Getting it? Now, if you store something, you can store using EBS service, right? But everything needs to be done on some platform. Like operating system is here, like this is the instance that we are talking about. This is the instant here. Getting it? Yes. Now is it a bit clear? Any doubt?
So about EBS, because I don't have a choice, but when I create an instance, I have to choose EBS value. I have to choose a value. I cannot create an instance without a value, without EBS, right?
Usually with EC2, EBS is automatically connected.
Yeah.
So for storage only, this memory that they are providing you, this memory I'm talking about, this memory, this RAM, this memory, this is provided by EBS automatically. You can store extra later on, like say S3 bucket you can assign with this EC2 instance or any other service you can assign, but this automatic, the memory and RAM that is provided, see, EBS. Just need little bit clearance on EBS, EC2 and all those things. Because see, this is the basic part when we start EC2, that it what EC2 is. EC2 is providing you the processor. Like your main computer has some RAM, some processing, like you have CPU, right? Inside this CPU, what you have? You have RAM, you have memory, you have processor. So all those things, okay, include is known as EC2 here.
Got it. Okay.
Any doubt?
Oh, everything is clear.
So next, move to the next point. So we were talking about EBS failure is clear, like EBS fails means the RAM of your computer is failing. So automatically every data will be crashed. So you need to move to the another system, or you can say another EC2 instance where your standby is working. Inside this, your standby is working. Getting it?
Okay, got it.
Now the next thing that can be taken as when you need to trigger your primary database. So primary data, when the primary database instance is changed, okay, means your primary database instance has changed, means you have to say due to some conditionings, you want to change your your primary database. Okay, like you say, you don't want to access the primary database now in availability zone A. For any reason, you want to change it. So in that case also, you can just move to the standby, because standby has having everything that the primary database is having. So you can whenever you want to change your primary database, you can just move to the standby one. Getting it?
Okay.
Another one is patching.
I have a question that, yeah. So you said the primary database instance, I can change it through to the standby.
Yeah, obviously you can automatic if you are not willing to work with a primary database. Okay, you say any of the reason is there. Okay, so you can easily switch to standby. The only condition is there that you have selected multi availability zone. Only then they will create a standby, and you have an option from moving to primary database to the standby database.
But what will be the difference?
What?
Because it's gonna be the same.
Sorry.
Like if I change it, what will be the reason why I would like to change from primary to standby? Because it's gonna be the same database.
Sometimes it happens that you want to change the availability zone. You're not willing to like it's processing very much slow. One condition can be this, or you can
Oh, okay.
you're not willing to, you want to do some updates here. It's like another concept is of like you want to take a backup. Like every application provides some backup, right? So at the time of backup, you are creating a backup. That time your window will not work. So automatically you have to work on the standby window. So there are many conditions we will discuss in the upcoming sessions. I'm discussing those only. But if any of the condition occurs, any I'm saying that it requires you to change from your primary database to standby database, you can easily move from the primary to standby. Okay.
Okay.
You have
Got it.
you are very much clear with the load balancing, no? So just try to
Yes.
in that way. This is your website. Okay, that is working on internet. These are the servers that website provides. Different servers you can see. This is in availability zone 1, availability zone 2, availability zone 3. Right? These are the servers.
Yes.
So what happens instead of providing these are the users we are having. Okay, users can be 500, 500, 500. Okay, they all are accessing this website, right? So what people do usually that instead of providing all the all the users a similar server, they divide them so that on each server there will be less load. This is known as load balancing, right? So in
Got it.
happens, unfortunately this server crashed, or this server is working slow, or you need to update this server. Anything you can do. Okay, if you want to update this server, for that particular time you need to move these users from here to any of the other two, right? Say after that this is working fine, now this one needs an update. Okay, daily update it needs, like you want to change the version. Okay, from 5 version you need to update it to 5.5. So at that time when you have to change the version, you need to reboot the system. At the time of reboot, you need to move from one server to another server. So from primary, you need to move to the standby, you can understand like this. So any of the cases occurs when you require to shift from the primary to standby. In that case, this standby is very much helpful for us. Getting it?
Okay, got it. Okay. Ooh.
Now, another thing which can trigger the failover is manual one. I explained to you that in manual cases also it happens, manual failover. Like just try to understand in this way. Basically, it's in the case of reboot. See, in your system, okay, this is your system, or you say your computer. You have installed a software, right? Say you have installed video editing software. Okay. Now,
Okay.
once you start installing it, okay, they will ask you that if you want to make any changes in your system and all those conditions. And once they install, they say just restart your system or reboot it, so that this all the functionalities of this software will be embedded in your system also, right? So they ask for the reboot. This reboot is a manual process that you need to do. Similarly, in case of your system also, inside this database, you need to do some update, or you want to integrate it with any software, or you need to do any of the update with this system. Then for that, for installation of that software or any of that update, you need to reboot it, right? This is the primary one we are talking about. So when you the time at which you are rebooting this system, okay, this will be failure. This will be a fail because the user will not be able to see this website for the time you are rebooting it. At that time, you can move to the standby one, because at that time, this step is manual. You have specifically doing it for primary one. Okay, so at that time, instead the user will go to the primary one, you can just send the user to the standby one, so that there is no failover for the website. Getting it?
Okay, got it.
Clear?
Yes.
Now, the next thing I said discuss was the CNAME.
CNAME. Okay. CNAME record.
This thing. Okay. So, what happens during failure, or you can say failover? Okay. So, the CNAME you're talking about, the CNAME, I'll explain it to you again because it's very much important. So, CNAME of the website, or you can say the RDS database you are taking it. Okay. Instance is updated to map the standby line. So try to understand in this way. This is the primary database. Okay, this is availability zone 1 and has certain IP. Say this IP is B. There is another data center, okay, inside of which our standby is working. Availability zone 2 and IP is A. Okay, and this is the website, the main website the user want to access. Okay, this website is working here also, this website is working here also. Okay, same thing, same data both has. Okay, now this is the user. This website has a particular CNAME, you can say, or you can say the URL which we provide to the user. Say www.google.com. Okay, this is the particular URL we are providing to the user. See, there are multiple. This is user 1, user 2, user 3. Okay, so they all should have this URL so that they can access the Google website. Okay, this URL, now this URL will not be able to access the Google website, right? URL very your address is very much important, no, to reach you. If people will not have your address, how will they contact to you? So they should if they want to access the Google website, right? So they should have the address of the Google. So this is the, you can say, virtual address of Google, right? So this Google website is running here also. This Google website is running here also. It is
Okay.
IP also, IPA also. But usually what happens, all the people are sent to the primary one, because this is just a backup. Like if the primary fails, then we have a backup with us. So all of them are sent to this primary one. So all the people, all the users, you can say, are able to see the Google website, right, on IP B. But in some case, what happens, in any condition, what happens, that this IP or this primary one fails. Getting it?
Okay.
So now what will happen? We have to shift all our users to the standby one. Clear? So when we will send all the people to the standby one, so IP will change. IP will automatically change. Here IP was B, here IP was A. Just for your example, that say IP will change, IP address of the availability zone will change, but here also same Google website is working.
But the users are gonna get notified that the IP was changed.
They don't need to know, no? They have this address. They don't need to understand this IP concept. This is for load balancing or for the database. See, you are here, a user. Your aim is just to work on the website. You just go and see the Google website. How Google people are managing it. Like how they are managing like millions of customers. They can't send millions of customers on single server. No, they can't take this much risk. So say they have created multiple servers. So user don't need to know that see, we two are sitting together. Okay, we are sitting on different laptop, but we are sitting both in India. Okay, but what can happen? Just let me just clear this diagram and let me clear it very much. See, you are here A, and I'm okay. So we both are sitting in one place, say India. You are also in India, I'm also in India. Okay. So what happens now? We both want to access the Google website. This is our aim. We want to see the Google website. We both are the users. Okay. We both know that to reach the Google website, what we need to do? We need to write www.google.com. This is the right. Now, what happens? These are the Google people. Will see that A is requesting to access the Google website, and K is also trying to access the Google website. Okay.
Okay.
But they have the Google website on multiple servers. This server 1, this server 2, server 3, server 4, server 5. Okay. They have this website on multiple IPs. This is IP1, IP2, IP3, IP4, IP5. Okay, on multiple IPs, they are means if you will see, here also Google website is running, here also Google website is running, here also, and here also. So say what can happen, that this A person can be given this second one. They will send this A customer to the second IP, and they will send K to the another IP, say 4 IP. But both are able to work on Google website. There is no change. Both are able to see the same Google website. Does K or A need to know on which IP they are working? This is irrelevant to them. They just need to know the address. It is on the Google people how they will manage their customers.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So that's why it is better to have a C name, this address, or you can say anything, is the C name. Okay, instead of giving the people, the users the IP, it is better to provide them the C name, so that whenever there is a failure occurs in the primary one, say IP of primary one was A and standby was B, and this is the C name given to the users so that they can access them. These are the users. Earlier, they have to just go and use this C name, and they can go to the primary one. In some case, the primary one fails. They don't need to do anything. They again have to go to this URL, and they will be sent to the another IP. It is not the user's requirement to know the IP, but the user requirement is that they will be able to see the data. And this management, that the user will be easily able to see the data, is the duty of the, you can say Google or any of the website holders who are creating this website or doing that business. They are their problem, how they will be able to satisfy the user's need.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
C-name concept. Yeah, in the last class I used very much particular concept, but here I am using an example so that you can easily understand it. The C-name concept. Now it is clear.
Thank you so much. Okay, so yep.
Clear? So what I was saying, that if EC2 instance updates. Updates means now we have to move to, this is the updation that we have, because the primary one has already failed, that's why we are moving to the standby one, right?
Yes, I have a question.
CNAME will not change. IP will, yeah, please.
Yeah, okay, as a solution architect, when the primary first, am I gonna get notified, or do I have to implement the SNS? Or can I implement the SNS?
You are the one who is managing all this concept. Means you
Okay.
say just you are a AWS associate. So it is all your work. It is your work how to manage this IP, how to do this. They will also get notified, okay, because this is all your work. You have to understand why you are studying this, so that you can build similar system, or you can make people easily communicate through the website, or you can make the changes in that. So this all work, you are the people who are going to do that. You are not a user now. You're not a user. You are the person who will handle all this behind the scene.
How can I get it?
So user is only required to say the website.
Yeah.
Okay. But any associate or the person who is behind this AWS will see the back end. How to make this website easily visible to the user for the better user interaction, so that your user needs to be satisfied with your service. Every backend, how the primary is creating, how standby is creating, how it is working, how they are connected. So everything you have to understand.
Okay, so as a solution architect, I don't know if I can establish a cloud wash. Because I mean, if the primary database crash, I want to know that it was crashed.
Because you have created this primary and standby as an associate, somewhat the position you are saying. I'm saying that as an AWS person, you have created this primary and standby. So automatically you will get a notification that this is
Okay.
your customer is not able to see the primary one. Please shift to the standby. This is your
Got it.
to do that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Getting it?
Got it.
So I told you it is recommended. Use the CNAME, or you can say CNAME is the endpoint. the address we are talking about, endpoint, to refer for reference your database instance and not the IP address, because IP can change as the system crashes, but you should have the particular endpoint. You should know where you want to go. Okay.
Okay.
So one thing about CNAME is, again, it does not change. Okay.
Okay.
Now next thing we can start with today's session, like RDS endpoints, or you can say RDS CNAME is not changing. Okay, it will not change at any condition. Either
Okay.
availability zone 1 or availability zone 2. Like if you are selecting multi availability zones, then also CNAME will not change. Okay. But if you talk about primary and standby instances, these are the two different instances. They have different IPs. This will be IP say A, its IP is B, different IPs, and they will be in different availability zones. So this is in this availability, this availability. But CNAME will have no effect on it. Getting it? I've explained.
Got it. Yes.
Now, see, it is also recommended that you don't use the IP address. Why it is recommended? So, to point any of the RDS instance, or you can say database. It is always good so that you go with CNAME.
Got it.
So any of the failure occurs. Okay, I make it understand. If any of the failure of RD in this fails, the IP address will change, but the CNAME will be always similar. So anytime the user wants to view the website, they can directly access the CNAME and they will be transferred to the RDS instance. Okay. Now what happens mainly, these was the automatic conditions, like automatically it is failing. Okay, automatically a primary one was failing, the EBS fails or EC2 fails. These were the automatic reasons that is happening through the system. But what to do when it is a manual failure? Like we by our from our side, from the user side, we have done anything. So what the things that we can understand when we talk about manual failure? So first, I told you it happens in the case of rebooting. Okay, if there is a need that we need to reboot our system or restart our system or restart our database or restart our EC2 instance, at that time this manual failure occurs.
Got it.
This
Failure.
you can easily select this option. There is an option when you are creating an RDS. There is an option. The option is reboot with failover. There's an option with primary. Okay, so what happens whenever there is a fail in the primary one? So what they will do, they will, if you enable this option, reboot with failover, so they automatically restart your primary database so that they can fix the system at that time. When it is rebooting, we will be shifted to the standby one. Because
Okay.
we can't afford that at any of the point our user is not able to see our website. We want that anytime that our user is writing www.google.com, so they will be able to see the website. Sometimes it's a case that they will show you that there's a maintenance window going on, or we are not able to see the website. At that time, that condition is known as failover. Okay,
Perfect.
but it is always better that our customer is always able to see the website. Otherwise, they will not feel secure with our services, and they will change the website or the any other. They will shift to the another business person. Okay, so
Mm.
the another thing is that when we talk about DB instance, reboot. Okay, so why reboot is required? So it is required so that if any changes we are doing, I told you any software we have updated or any new thing we have added, at that time we are able to involve all those changes in our system. That's why we do reboot. So any changes that we have done on the database parameters. Okay.
Okay.
Now what one thing can happen? See, when we talk about DB instances and we are rebooting it. For changes purpose to take effect when you change the database parameters to on when you change a static is means I'm trying to say according to this, see, whenever we change a database instance and reboot is required for changes to take effect when you change the database parameter group or when you change the static database parameter. So say this is the primary one, when the first one you have created your database, at that time while creating a database, you have
Okay.
added some of the new parameters. New parameters means some parameters are already default, means they are inside the default condition that if you will not select anything, they will be added to your database. But now while creating a database, what you did, you have selected new parameters. Okay, and somehow this primary fails and you have been shifted to the standby one. Okay, now what will happen? The
Wow.
default parameters that are already there for database will apply, but the new parameters that you have added in this database for this EC2 instance will not apply because this is a new EC2 system. Getting it? This concept.
Okay, got it. So just making, okay, got it.
Because you are complete. See what happens. You can understand like this. See, this is your phone. Okay, you can see the old phone, and this is the new phone. Means you have recently buy this phone. Okay. Now what happens? You want to transfer every data like your contacts, pictures, or any recordings and everything to this new system. You can say you can want to clone it, right, to the new phone. Getting it?
Yes.
So what will happen? This new contact, these are the data you are transferring, will be now inside this new phone. But here, the ringtone you have set, or the wallpaper you have already applied, or the theme you have already applied. will not be sent to this new phone because they are the default you have made the changes in the default settings. Now in this new phone, the company people already has set some default values, like ringtone will be X, but here ringtone you have changed from X to Y. Okay, wallpaper you have changed to, say, wallpaper by default is the Z. Okay, you from Z you have changed to A. Theme you have changed. So in the new phone, these are the default already settings. Now data will be added to it, but these default settings will remain same. These default settings will not be transferred to them. Getting it?
Okay, got
So
it.
that's the same condition happening with the database where we transfer it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
That's clear.
Yep.
Another thing,
I have a question.
yeah.
Can I transfer my database RDS to another region? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can change the region, but they require some specific services, okay, that you need to know very much depth in. Okay, so you can't just go and change the settings of the process, that because see what's happening, this is the space Amazon people has provided you, say X space, this is the region you are working on in Mumbai. Okay, they have created a file for you, so you can easily transfer this data set to any of the centers, say California center they want to send.
Mm-hmm.
So you can easily transfer that. That same file will be transferred to this. This is known as data transfer. They will charge you some money, but it is possible.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what another thing is, whenever failover occurs, AWS RDS sends see now this is a new thing. So whenever our primary fails, okay,
Oh, got it.
going to
Mm-hmm.
standby, they will send you a SNS notification. But
Oh, okay.
only valid it when you have set it enabled this service.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if you want to know that at what time my SNS means my AWS RDS is failing, okay, they
Uh-huh.
will be able to send you the SNS notification either via the email, SMS, any of the service you have enabled, so that you can know that there is a failure in my AWS RDS. Getting it?
Got it.
So there are conditions. You can use APIs, API calls to find out the RDS events occurred in the last 14 days. Means if you want to know what all the RDS events, or you can say logs, previous logs, okay, that had happened, what all things you have added, deleted, or updated in your RDS, means in your database, you can know using this API calls. Means you can
The AP.
whole
Okay.
history, you can say.
Got it.
Okay, one way is you can use this API calls. Another way is CLI, command line. Okay, you can know the 14 days, last 14 days event. Now there is one thing also you can use, that is AWS console, the easiest one. But you can, using AWS console, you can only get the history of last 1 day event. Get,
Perfect.
say RDS events, you can say logs, previous year logs, or you can say history. Okay.
So the API call is the history. The history,
No,
right? That's
API
what they.
call is a function, okay, using which you can view the history. Like in last 14 days, what you have did. Similarly, using CLI means command line, okay, you can see the history of 14 days. Similarly, using AWS console option, you can view the history of last 1 day. See, APIs are
Oh,
files, or you can say libraries, which are enabled in any Android device. CLI
okay, got it.
command line. The
Command line interface.
you work is the command line, and this is the graphical user interface, AWS console, in which we are working currently now.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yep.
Now there are 3 conditions. See, in case of OS patching, is OS updation, or you are OS connectivity timing. In case of system updates, system is updating. Or in case of database scaling. Okay. If these are the things are happening on standby first, and then on primary, so that we can avoid the outage. So try to understand this concept. Okay. So if you want to do OS patching, means you need to update your OS, or you need to connect with the OS. System updates means you have to change the version or anything. You have to do database scaling, means you have to add something horizontally or vertically on your database. So first of all these 3 things will happen on the standby database. After it is done on the standby database, then they will happen to the primary database. Why we are doing so? So that the main file, or you can say the main or the active database is you can save it from outrage. Outrage means so that they will not get disturbed, or the site will working fast. So when it comes to these 3 things, OS patching, system updates, or database scaling, everything will be done first of all on the standby. So now standby is fully updated, you can say. Once standby is updated, then we will move to the primary one
Okay.
and do all the things. At the time when all these things are happening to primary one, it will be offline. In the offline mode means it will crash, because all these things are happening to it, new updates are happening, or you can say it will reboot. At that time, we will shift our customer to the standby, because it is already updated and it is working fine. Getting it?
Yes.
Is it clear? Any question?
Yep. Everything is clear.
So, what happens in multi-availability zone? Okay, snapshots.
Snapshot.
What is the
Okay.
snapshots concept?
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with.
Like, you know how to take snapshots in AWS, right?
I know how to create a snapshot from an EBS.
Yeah, all those things were clear, right? So it will be. So when we talk about multi-availability zones. Okay, snapshot or automatic backups are done automatically on standby availability, or you can say standby instance. All these things are being done on the standby automatically, so that to avoid input output suspension on primary. This is very much clear,
Yes.
because if every snapshot and automatic backup we are sending to the standby. Okay, so in case this primary fails, it is automatically updated there. Getting it?
Okay, so when the primary fails, the snapshot is created.
It is already
After this, the primary
there is
fails.
EBS. In EBS, okay, snapshots are created. Okay, they are sent to the standby one.
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay.
Like, what's the anything you want to ask?
Okay, so when I create the database, the primary database, the snapshot is automatically created on the standby.
See, whenever you will enable this multi-availability zone. Multi-availability zone, what this option means, that you with the primary one, you want a standby in the
Okay.
availability zone. So whenever you enable this multi-availability zone, okay, then automatically snapshots and automatic backups will be done by standby.
Okay, got it.
Clear?
Yes.
So now, if we go on to the next part. So we have seen the part that standby. See, when we talk about RDS management, okay, two things can easily happen to us. Okay, so RDS multi availability zone deployment, things we want to deploy on the server, and how we maintain that. So maintenance. Okay, these things are very much important to understand. So first, perform maintenance on standby. This is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then what we have to do? We have to convert standby to primary. Obviously,
Manually.
means we have to convert standby to primary, means because now standby is crashing, because the new updates, the maintenance will be done on primary. So automatically, if we are sending our user to the standby, so now this is not standby, this is the primary one, right? So what we are doing, we are converting the standby to the primary one.
Okay. And I will have another standby in another availability.
Yeah, you will have.
Okay.
They will say that on my primary one, the maintenance process is going. So now this will be the standby for you.
Got it.
Getting it? Another thing, when you do maintenance, you can manually upgrade a database instance. Okay, to a supported database engine version from AWS console. See, this thing is very much clear that if you want to manually upgrade the database, right? You want to change the version of your database. Like you are currently working on version 5. Now new version you want to set it as 5.5. So you can go and change it. Right. Now what are the steps to do it? Simply you have to go to RDS. Okay. In the AWS console, you have to go to RDS option. Then there you will find an option called DB instance, database instances option. Okay, there you have to go and modify and write modify my database, right? And you have to provide which database engine you want to modify. So set database engine and new version that you want to take. Okay, using these steps you can easily update your version of any of the database engine. Okay.
Got it. Okay. Yes.
Now, so by default, what happens? Change will take effect during the next maintenance window. So say you have updated your version from 5 to 5.5, but still the customer, the user, is able to just see this 5 until the maintenance window, means the updation window comes in, and after the maintenance window has been updated, then they will shift to the 5.5 version or the updated window. So just imagine this is the website. There is a flower on the website, two flowers on the website. Okay, in the say in the version 5. Now they have updated the website and now there is only one flower on the website. This is 5.5. Now that this user who is using this data was able to see this website. Okay, but manually what you did, you have updated this to 5.5, but they don't know you have updated till the maintenance window. See, every day for every website or every, you can say every organization, there is a maintenance window where they update the new softwares or they fix the bugs that has been occurred. So say you uses WhatsApp, no? So you have noticed this. Like on WhatsApp at 2 p.m. daily, they start the backup process. Right? If your Wi-Fi is on in India, it is like 2 p.m. in the night. Okay, they start the backup process, like all the backup or maintenance. So maintenance window always occurs usually when there are less users on the website. So what they did at the time of maintenance, they will switch this website with this website. So now after the maintenance window, maintenance of the website is done, the user will be able to see the 5.5 version website. Getting it?
Okay. But how long it takes? Like, I mean, the maintenance window?
See, it depends on the company you are talking about. So in WhatsApp, it usually takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I'm saying it like more, I'm saying like 1 minute it takes, 2 minutes it takes. So the less time it takes in the maintenance, the more effective server they are using, the more effective service they are using. Getting it?
Okay.
Or one thing you can force it, or one thing you can do, you can immediate upgrade. Okay.
Okay.
Only if you want. But it is very much on serious notes. It happens that everybody is seeing the Google website. Like you have all seen, no, that sometimes Google goes down. People are not able to see the website. So in such condition, it happens that some updation or anything has come, error has come that they need to solve. This time is known as maintenance time of any of the website. So if you want to do it immediately, you have to change the version of Google from 5 to 5.5 immediately. It is up to you, but the user will not be able to access this website. Getting
Okay. Got it.
another is in multi-availability zones. Okay, whenever we do version update, will be conducted on both primary and standby. At the same time. Till now we are talking about multiple servers. Okay, but now when we talk about multiple availability zones, means we have a primary one also, we have standby one also, which can easily cause outrage. So it can happen whenever you enable multi-availability zones and any version update is there, then this is done both immediately on primary and standby. So say this is your Google website. They have this primary as primary. This is as backup process. Now they want to update their version from 5 to 5.5. Okay, and this is the user. Okay, so if you are updating any version, that will be done simultaneously on the both the sides. So user will not be able to see the website. This is known as outrage. When the user is not able to connect with the data. Okay, this happens in the case of multi-availability zones.
Okay.
Right? See, companies don't want this outrage to happen because users will cause discomfort or they are not able to access the important data they want to access. So it is usually done at the time when users accessing the websites are less or this process can be done like there is a service in AWS which provides like they send everyone the message that our website is under maintenance window from like time week till 10 from like 2 to 3 our website will be under the maintenance, please don't access the website. So such messages will provide users with some satisfaction. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Now
Yes.
there are two methods using which we can do the backup part. So there are two methods to backup. Okay, and restore your RDS database instance. Okay, so the first one is AWS RDS automated backup. And another one is user initiated manual backup. Okay, so our AWS provides two ways in which we can take the RDS backup. One is automatic one, and if you don't want to go with the automatic one, user can do it manually also. Like sometimes
Hmm.
we can say that this is my system. I want continuous backup of the system. So this is
Yes.
automated one. And sometimes this happens that for some particular in time we want some backup, so we can at that time we can go and ask for the manual backup.
But are you referring to users or AWS architect?
It is for the user.
They have to, like, what do they like? I don't know. I don't understand that. Like,
Like,
because the backup is already.
see, there's an option where you can select that you automatically means everything you are doing on the primary one. You want it in standby one, so everything will be there
Yeah.
as a backup. Sometimes it happens you don't want to create any of the backup here. But
Mhm.
at a particular time, like after 2 to 3 hours, you want some backup. So at that time, you can enable the option of manual backup and ask that I want the backup. So this is user is doing. So they will user will tell the AWS people that I want continuous backup. So AWS people what will they will do? They will generate an automated backup. But
But okay.
but here user has to go manually and again and again choose the option of manual backup.
Oh, they have to choose it. Like they
They
personally have.
have to choose it. Like in WhatsApp, what happens? Two options are given on WhatsApp. Please check if you can that either see backup. It happens. This is known as automated backup. That is happening every day with WhatsApp. And there's an option that I want a backup. Okay, this is known as manual backup. So depending on the time, they will provide you the history of the backup, like from which time to which time you want the backup.
Okay, so automatic backup is every 24 hours.
Yeah, in WhatsApp, it is like 24 hours. It depends on different websites, like what you have selected. So, but WhatsApp people, what they do at daily at in India, especially when we talk about IST time, at 2 p.m. they will start the backup process. So you get
Okay.
backup time in your country, like at what time. You must have not noticed this, right? You if you switch on your Wi-Fi for the whole day, you will know that at what time they will take the backup.
Yeah, I have to look at it.
Yeah.
But the manual, I mean, but there is a difference in cost. That the cost it costs less to do automatic backup than manual backup.
No, no, cost is like cost will never be different. When automatic backup you want, okay, because you are doing everything, every backup, okay, so the cost is always high. And when you want manual backup, the cost is less.
Okay.
You are take see, it's like this, like 28 GB of data. You are doing 28 GB of data. So this is the automated backup. So obviously, if you are copying 28 GB data, then cost will be high. But from 28 GB data, you are just get want 10 GB data. Okay, so this is manual. You can select how much time you want the backup. So the price will be less. It depends on the data,
Oh,
amount of data.
it depends of yeah.
Getting it?
Uh-huh.
So now Either you can take backup of entire database instance, or just the database. See, there are two options which they provide you. Either you can take the backup of complete database instance, like complete EC2, EB, everything. Okay. And it provides another option that you only want the database one, like EBS one. So it depends on you, like you want a complete instance to be copied or just the database on which you are working to be copied. So they provide you this option. Clear?
Yes.
So now you can create a storage volume. Okay. Snapshots of your entire database instance. So either you can create a storage volume, like you can create S3, or using EBS you can create snapshots of your entire database instance. This is clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Another thing, when we take automatic big backups, so one option that comes with only with automated backup, that your database data, okay, that you are creating will be backup on multiple availability zones, say availability zone 1, availability zone 2, availability zone 3. So in any case, any availability zone crashes, your data is safe with other availability zones. This option is provided by automatic backup. They provide multi-availability zones so that your database is durable and safe, you can say.
Okay. Perfect.
So how you can just, what you have to select for doing that, you have to just select automated backup in AWS console, and your complete data will be automatically backup as you start creating it.
Okay, got it.
Now, where they store it? So it is stored in Amazon. Now this backup is stored in Amazon S3 bucket. They will use this S3 bucket to store it, okay? The backup data.
Yes.
Another thing is, when multi-availability zone automated backups will be taken Okay, so what happens when we talk about automated backup concept? So when we selected a multi-availability zone automated backups, so every backup that has to be taken will be taken from the standard instance. So this is the primary instance, this is the standby instance. Okay, everything is synchronized between them. Okay, everything that your user is doing in the database, in the primary one, it is automatically being synchronized or created a backup in the standby. Now, because you have selected automatic backups, so this data set will have more backups here, more in different. See, this is availability zone 1, availability zone 2, availability zone 3, 4, and 5. So here also they have some backup. So this backup will be taken from the standby one. Getting it?
Yep.
So another is the database instance. Must be in active state for automated backups. Okay, so this is the golden rule that you need to understand, that if your database instance is not in the active mode, you will never be able to take the automated backups. So either it is in like it is stopped from some reason, or it is not working, or anything happens, automatic backup will stop. So always, if you want to have an automated backup of any database instance, okay, so it should be always in the active state. Getting it?
Okay, got it.
Then when we talk about RDS, automatically backup the database instance in by creating a storage volume snapshot for your database instances, including the database transaction logs. So this is very much easy language and clear that whenever you do automatic backups of RDS, so it takes the database instances daily and creates
Mm-hmm.
storage volume snapshots of your database instance, including your database transaction logs. Means this is the history. Also, they are logging up. Getting it?
Yes.
Now, another thing is you
Can
can,
you give me can you give me 2 minutes?
yeah,
Can you give me 2 minutes? I'm coming back.
yeah, sure.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'm back. Okay. Thank you.
Uh, what you can do, so you can decide when, okay, you would so you can select when you want to take a backup. You have to select, you can easily select the time daily on the daily basis like that at this time at like 2 p.m. I need to take the backup of my system. So you can decide this time and daily when you have selected the automated backup option, they will daily take the backup for at 2 p.m. Okay, for your database.
Okay.
So no. So now one thing it is like telling you that there is no additional charge for RDS backing up your database instance. So like this is not possible that they don't take the backup. See they are saying that if you want to take the backup of your data set, they will do it free for you. So it is not like that. Say you are traveling in the, so they are saying you are traveling in the bus, okay, and you want to reach any of the destination. So we will not charge you for traveling, but we will charge you that you will sit in this bus. Getting this concept?
Yes.
They are talking like this that see, because you will take automatic backups, okay, you will use S3 service, you will use EBS service. So the amount of service you are using S3 or EBS, you have to charge them according to your region, in which region you are using it. So you have to charge.
Mhm.
So it is not free that you can easily take the backup. So you have to charge for ST service or EBS service. So automatically you have to charge for the backup. Is it clear?
But you said no additional charge for for RDS. Okay, okay.
See, there is nothing like no charge. Okay, they will charge you if you want the backup. Where they
Oh,
the backup, they will store your backup either in S3 bucket or in EBS. And the amount of data you will store in S3 or EBS, they will charge you, no? So automatically they are charging for the RDS backup.
yeah, they charge like this. Yeah.
So what happens? You want to store something here. Okay. So this is S3 bucket or you can say EBS, the storing service. And this is your RDS instance you're talking about. Okay.
Uh-huh.
They are saying that we will not charge you if you will take the backup. But automatically you have to pay for the SC service and EBS service. So you are charging no for the backup. So it is like that. You have to pay for the SC service and EBS service means you are charging for the backup. The the amount of service S3 you will use or EBS you will use according to that, according to your region which you are using, they will charge you. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
So when it comes to for for multi availability zone, okay, deployment means you want to deploy anything or you want to take the backup. told you this, backups are taken from the standby. All the backups or deployment needs to be taken from standby. And it is true for these services. Like in MariaDB, it happens that when you want to take and deploy anything inside the database, or you want to take the backup, in MariaDB, that needs to be taken from the standby. And this option is available in MariaDB, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL. So in these database engines, everything that needs to be updated will be first updated in data standby, then will be sent to the primary one. Is that clear?
Yes.
So now you have taken the automated backup. Are deleted. When you so automatic your backup will be deleted as soon as you delete your RDS DB instance. Means if you will delete your EC2, your backup will be automatically deleted. Getting it?
Get it.
So, and outage occur if you change the backup retention period from 0 to non-zero. Or the other way. So it is trying to say that when retention period, what is retention period? The time for which you want to take the backup. See, this is the complete data, and you just want for this particular time you want to take the backup. This period for which you are asking for the backup is known as retention period.
Got it.
Okay. So, there can be an outage occur, means your system can fail if you change the backup retention period from 0 to non. If you set it 0, 0 means you don't want any automated backup, and non-zero value you can assign any value to here, like for which period you want. So if you change the retention period, okay, there is a chance of failure of your database. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now retention period is 7 days, and it is by default. So when you talk about AWS retention period, like in how many days it will take the backup of your file, so it is by default 7 days, but you can change according to your preference. And then AWS, if you talk about AWS Aurora, okay, is in exception. Means if you're working on AWS Aurora, there's an exception. Its default is 1 day. So in every 1 day, they will take your backup. Is it clear?
Okay, got it.
Either by CLI or you can use APIs 1 day by default. Okay, either you do it by AWS console or you use APIs or CLIs. For AWS or Aurora, it is 1 day backup time. Now you
By
can
default, okay.
increase it up to 35 days. Okay, you can start the backup either from for 7 days, or you can take the backup from continuously 35 days. So it's up to you. And
Mhm.
don't want to take the backup, okay, then you can set your retention period is equals to 0 in case of no automatic backup if you want. Clear? This part is clear of retention period.
Yes. Yeah, it is clear for me.
Now when we talk about in case of manual snapshot, point in time recovery is not possible. So see what this when we were taking automated means for each particular time the backup was there. Okay, but when we talk about manual snapshots we are taking, like we are doing manual backup, then
Uh-huh.
point in time recovery means we can miss any of the data any of the time. We are not sure that all the data we are getting. Okay,
Oh, of
time
course, yeah.
recovery means that any particular time, for a particular time, the data can be missed from the backup.
Wait, from the backup?
Yeah,
You say?
say you are taking the backup, okay,
Uh-huh.
and it's not sure that point-to-point recovery is there. Means, say you can say the backup of this much time is there, but you can miss the backup of this much time and this much time
Okay, yeah.
is there. So not point-to-point recovery is there. Getting it?
Yeah. Okay.
Another is when we take up manual snapshots is stored in S3 bucket. So for manual also we are using the S3 bucket. And now when we talk about manual, they are not deleted automatically. If you delete RDS DB in automated, what was happening? Then as soon as you delete your RDS instance, right,
Yes.
the backup will be also be deleted. But it's not the same case in manual. So if you delete your RDS instance and you have created a manual backup, okay, so this will be deleted, but the S3 manual backup will be still be there. You have to go and delete it manually. Getting it? Are you getting it?
Yes.
Another thing is you can share manual snapshot directly with other AWS account. So what happens with the manual snapshot? You can directly share it with the another AWS account. But in automated one, you can't directly share it with the AWS account. Getting it?
Yeah, I never done that before. I mean, I never do it. Ah, ah, I don't have experience sharing. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, we will go in the practical part, then we will learn how to do that. But it is a property of when we talk about manual snapshots that you can easily share them with the AWS account
Okay.
if the requirement is there. We are studying all these points so that we know when to use automated one, when not to use the manual one. Because such questions will be there in your paper. Like there
Go.
is given, okay, in that case, what which service we will use, what type of backups there are in RDS database. So all these things, such questions will be there in your paper. So that's why this theoretical part is important. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Uh, Next point is when you restore a database instance, only the default database parameters and security groups are associated with the restored instance. So try to understand this. See what it is saying. See,
Story.
this is the EC2 instance you have created. This is the primary one. Okay. Now, and you have created its backup. So this is the backup one.
Uh-huh.
Now what happens? This fails. Okay.
Okay.
Now you have to create a new EC2 instance and take this backup of your data inside this EC2 instance. Getting it?
Get it.
So what happens? Because previously you have applied some parameters, new parameters, else than the default one, or security groups, you have assigned some security encryptions and that part. Okay. In the previous database which you were creating, but when it will be there in the EC2 instance, they will not be added, it will be default. The same example I have given you for the two phones. When you are transferring the backup, the default policies will not be same for all the, okay? The only data is backing up, nothing else. So the changes that you've done in your EC2 instance previously, like the parameters you have added, will not be the same in the next EC2 instance you are creating. Getting it?
So I have to modify it,
Yeah, you
the
then you have to
parameters.
modify it. Now another case comes in. You cannot restore a database instance snapshots into an existing database instance. Rather, it has to create a new database instance. It has new CV. So what is trying to say that you have your database with you, the primary one in which everything was going on, the main database. You have
Okay.
its backup in which every backup is being stored. Okay, now what happens? There is another database EC2 instance. Okay, some data is there. So what you can't do is you can't transfer this snapshots of your backup database into the already existing EC2 instance. This is not possible. So whenever you want to take a backup, you always have to create a new EC2 instance. Getting it?
Got it. Has to create a new instance into an existing.
Clear?
Yes.
Now when we restoring, from a backup or a database snapshot, changes the RDS instances CNAME changes. Now what new thing is there? Whenever you restore the backup, okay, now you are taking the backup. From the backup, now you are restoring your data. Okay, and you are storing in different EC2 instance. Okay, and that
Okay.
the CNAME of your data will change.
Wait. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So what happens? This is your primary database in which you are. This is the backup one, and this
Standby.
is restoring. Okay. So what happens? This is the primary one, and it is still working. Means it has already have a CNAME with you. Okay. Say www.xyz.com. Okay.
Got it.
Taking its backup here. Now what you want, it is still working. Okay. Now what you did after taking the backup, you have restored into another EC2 instance. So now everything that is there in the history of this database is now inside this EC2 instance. Getting it? So
Okay.
EC2 instance have a different CNAME. So if you want to access this restored one, you need to access using another CNAME. This CNAME will be different, and this because this is the original one, and this is the restored one. Clear?
But they don't have the same URL.
No, they don't have the same URL because they are, one is original and another is restored. But what happens when you want to make it the standby? Okay, this is the primary. If this cancels out, you can replace this CNAME with this CNAME, and then now you user can go with the restored one. But if it is still working, the original website, then we just need it for the safety purpose. This is for safety purpose, right? That in case this fails, we can move to the backup. Why do we take the backup? For the safety purpose only, that if once my server goes down, I can collect all the information from the backup one and restore it. That's the only purpose of restoration.
Okay.
So this restore, see what happens. This is your main shop, okay, where you sell the sweets. Getting it?
Yes.
And the say you have hundreds of chocolates, hundreds of chips packets, and hundreds of say cold drinks you have, okay, on your shop, on
Got it.
the shop on which the customers will come, and you have kept a backup in your warehouse, okay, where you have again hundreds of chips, hundreds of chocolates, hundreds of cold drinks. Okay, so why you are keeping it? So that in case I require, if more customers, 100, like from 100, 200 customers comes to me. Okay, so I can call this as my to the main shop, and my requirement will be satisfied. Or I can say, just go to my warehouse. There is a similar thing available. You can go and check there. Or you can say, what condition can happen? Like 50 customers have come to the shop and there is a very much chaos. Means lines are there. So what you can say to the customers, that because I am very much busy,
Mm-hmm.
I'll not be able to attend you. You can go to my next shop. There you can buy the similar thing. So
Okay.
that's why we can keep the backup, just for the safety purpose. So that we don't get the loss of next 50 customers. Getting it?
Yeah. Got it.
Clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Now, what another thing we can do? At the time of restoring, you can change okay. Now what it is saying, that when you are restoring your backup into different EC2 instance, at that time you can change your storage type. Like previously, suppose you have taken the general purpose. Now you think you need more data to be restored. So you can do the provision.
Provisional. Yeah. If I need more data. Yeah.
Now
To store.
ask any questions you have related to this backup and this process.
Well, I mean, it's very clear for me. Everything with a lot of sample. I like that. So um, I just need some practical and that's it. But everything now, like the theory, and I understand very well.
So see, half an hour class is still left to complete the theory of this part, and then 1 hour we will require for the lab. Then our RDS will complete.
Okay, got it.
So let's continue tomorrow. So you are available at that time only, no? Like 8 this time, like 8 p.m. from my ISC, right?
Uh-huh.
This is the particular time you are available. Are you available in the morning? Like there will be night by your side, right? Like one day we took the class at 10 a.m. IST, right?
You have an not available at that time.
Okay, no issue. I'm available at this time, very much clear. So we can have a next class like tomorrow, like till Friday. You are available, no?
Yeah, at the same
Friday.
time. Mm-hmm.
Same time. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much,
Take care.
Monica. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah. Take care. Good night. Good morning from your side. It's my good
Good night.
night.